Assalamu alaikum. So Alhamdulillah, I made hijrah to Indonesia, and this video I'm going to give you a on-the-ground reality of groceries in Indonesia from a fellow foreigner, so you'll know better what to expect. So in the West, people typically eat in because it's extremely expensive to eat out for every meal. But yeah, in Indonesia, it actually can be cheaper to eat out. That's just a point before we actually get into the eating in. But yeah, generally people actually will eat out a lot. But I'll make a future video talking about eating out. So me personally, I prefer to eat my own meals and cook my own meals just because I really like to eat clean. I want to avoid any seed oils, etc. If you know, you know. So just a reference on costs. It costs me personally $5.60 per kilo of minced beef. That's much cheaper than I found it in the West. 10 eggs cost me 85 cents. So yeah, I eat a lot of meat. I eat a lot. I eat like at least 500 grams per day of beef, and I eat a lot of food. So it costs me around about $50 per week just for myself. So probably the average is much lower, but that's what I personally spend. And if you eat similarly to I do, you're probably going to spend similar. So yeah, compared to the West, they don't typically have these massive grocery stores. Like in the UK, we have what's called Asda, which is like the Walmart of the US, Tesco, Sainsbury's, etc. These big companies, big chains, where you've got maybe like maximum 10, and it's basically that's all you get groceries from. You don't go to these other places. And yeah, these big companies in the West, they put all the small businesses out because they're able to get massive, like they're able to basically put them out because they can get massive economies of scale, it's called. So they they just put them out of business. So there's not many small businesses in the West now. So here though, it's the opposite actually. It's actually mostly small chain stores that sell everyday things. So there is like they're chains where they're everywhere, but they're only smaller stores, so they don't put all the other businesses out. Like Indomaret, Alphamart, they're called, etc. So yeah, you've got small family stores everywhere. Literally every single street, there's multiple family stalls selling, whether it's actually like cooked food or they just sell groceries. Literally everywhere, like you will see them absolutely everywhere when you're in Indonesia, which is very nice. And that's how it used to be in the UK, from what I know. So yeah, butchers. You've got butchers everywhere. There's like individual butchers. Obviously, you have this in the West as well, but also within these big grocery stores in the West, you have a butcher's section. But here, usually, it's going to be you can go to specific butchers, which is a good thing because then they're actually specialized in the butchers and whatnot. Fruit markets. You've got fruit markets everywhere. You've got vegetable markets everywhere, like proper fresh vegetables and fruits, which is nice. And in the malls, you have also big grocery stores. So if you're staying in an apartment, most likely you're going to be very close to a mall, and there'll be big grocery stores in there if you wanted it, if you enjoy it or whatnot. You've got the option as well. Typically, people like Indonesians and people that are staying here will get their food from local stores and markets and butchers, etc., as opposed to going to the big malls, just because you've got these local stores literally everywhere, and it's better as well. Like yesterday, I went to a local fruit stall, and it's actually so beautiful to see. Like I just don't have this in the West. I just didn't have this in the West, and it's so wholesome. Like you go and this like a family, they sell fruits and stuff like fresh fruits. It's really, I found it to be so beautiful to see, and it's quite a fun thing to go to be honest. Or just not even a fun, like, just it's a really beautiful, wholesome thing. I personally think you've got loads of tropical fruits that I've just never heard of in my life here, like guava, java, like just all different fruits I've literally never heard of before in my life. Because yeah, it's a tropical climate here in Indonesia. It is the perfect weather for growing foods. So yeah, alhamdulillah, you've got everything's like coming in. It's from within Indonesia. Indonesia is massive, so they've got so much potential. Like it's so good for how much they can grow the fruits and stuff. So you've got very fresh fruits, veg, etc. You've got the heat and the rain, which is a perfect combination for it. Yeah, and you've got like coconut stores everywhere. Like you drive down the street or you walk down the street, and there'll be like a coconut stall, etc. Like we don't get this in the UK. It's really, I find it to be so beautiful. And you have the choice whether you want to go out to the market or store yourself, which it'll just be within a short walk's distance, or you can just order it on an app called Grab. So typically the delivery is going to be free. It's going to be free and up to like a maximum of like 20K typically, which is $1. So delivery fees are extremely cheap. They will go to the store for you and they will just bring it to you. So convenient, so convenient. There is literally hundreds of different grocery stores on there. They'll go to, if you want them to go to the smaller vegetable store or the butchers or the actual big grocery store, whatever, they will go there for you and they'll bring it, typically delivered within like 20 minutes to an hour. So yeah, alhamdulillah, this stuff is just so much more natural. Like I remember when I was living in the UK, I was understanding, okay, there's so much crazy processed stuff that's really harmful to us. But alhamdulillah, it's just so much more natural here. And the general gist with food is that the more natural it is, the better it is for you. Like Allah's created the foods in the perfect way, not for it to need 30 ingredients in a sandwich, which is largely acids and things which are harmful to us. So yeah, alhamdulillah, you're gonna find way more natural foods here. Like it's you're gonna buy the food and it is gonna be the food. It's not gonna be the food but with 20 other ingredients. So alhamdulillah, much less processed, so much more unprocessed, which is really, really good. Um, and you're also supporting the locals as well. I personally feel better when I'm going to a local family store and buying my groceries or buying etc. Rather than it being one at like Tesco or Asda, who is just these big companies. I personally find it to be a much better thing, and especially like the quality is also better as well. So it's a win-win. So yeah, it's a good thing. And yeah, alhamdulillah, it's all halal as well. Like in Indonesia, the foods it's all halal. You've got like 240 million Muslims in the country, so alhamdulillah, it's all halal. You don't have the worry of you're not having to check all the labels all the time when you go if you go to the store. It just is halal because they're Muslims, which is very beautiful, very beautiful thing. Like I left the West actually before becoming a Muslim because I didn't like the values. So I literally kind of made hijrah even before I was a Muslim, but um, I would imagine living in the West day to day is extremely just a lot of friction not having the halal food. But alhamdulillah, is that friction's gone here, and yeah, it's insanely cheap versus the West. Like it's much cheaper, and it's also higher quality, which is a beautiful thing because you don't want to just go somewhere cheap, but the quality's worse. Like the quality's actually really good here. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, that's been a benefit to you. Now, in case this is of interest to you, I help guide Muslim brothers through the process of getting married in Indonesia. So I did the same thing and I'm now guiding brothers to do the same thing. So if you would actually like to do the same thing, then you can go to the link in the description, join the group, and there will be a free guide in there on how to find a quality Indonesian sister. So inshallah, that can be a benefit to you if it's of interest. So yeah, assalamu alaikum.